Calls for President Biden's withdrawal intensify. In recent days, a growing number of Democratic lawmakers have publicly called for President Joe Biden to withdraw from the 2024 presidential race. This trend began on the House of Representatives but has now extended to the Senate as well. Senator Peter Welch of Vermont has become the first sitting Democratic senator to call for President Biden to step aside. Welch's announcement follows a wave of similar calls from House Democrats. Two more House members called for Biden to step aside on July 11 alone. This brings the total number of House Democrats calling for Biden's withdrawal at least 9. The pressure on Biden extends beyond elected officials. Donors are also increasingly calling for him to step down. Recently, George Clooney, big donor, I think close to $30 million to Biden's campaign. This growing chorus of opposition underscores the mounting concerns among Democrats about Biden's ability to serve another term. Despite this, President Biden has insisted he is staying in the race. He has a massive ego. Biden has wanted to be president since he was a young senator, and he hates to be talked down and wants to prove others wrong. But I wanted to enforce with some clips of Biden that clearly shows the guy is not fit. Racist remarks over the years and the absurdity that people can't see because they're stuck in 2020. Anyone but Trump. Anyone but Trump. After Biden wins, people just went back to tunnel vision and not paying any attention till now. Like, the fuck, y'all? His mental decline was showed in the beginning. But first, how can he mess this up?
Guess what? They're trying to push me out of the race. No! Well, let me say this clearly as I can. I'm staying in the race. I'll beat Donald Trump. I will beat him again in 2020.
Even doctors agree just by watching him that he is not well. You got the press grilling Karine Jean-Pierre.
Cannot from here confirm any of that because we have to keep their privacy. I think they would appreciate that too. We have to give them.
The doctor.
We have to keep their privacy.
It is public information.
I hear you. Guys, hold on a second. There's no reason to go back and forth and be in this aggressive way.
Missed around here about how information's been shared with the press corps about him.
What do you missed about? What do you missed about?
Everything he just asked about.
And then every time I come back and I answer the question that you guys asked.
Correctly, you didn't have to come back and clean it up.
I never answered the question incorrectly. That is not true. I was asked about a medical exam. I was asked about a physical. That was in the line of question that I answered. And I said, no, he did not have a medical exam. And I still stand by that. Matter of fact, the president still stands by that. He had a verbal check-in. That is something that the president has a couple times a week. A couple times a week.
Now in regards to Dr. Kevin Kennard.
And I am telling you right now that I am not sharing confirming names from here. It is a security reasons. I am not going to do that, Ed. It doesn't matter how hard you push me. It doesn't matter how angry you get with me. I'm not going to confirm a name. It doesn't matter if it's even in the log. I am not going to do that from here.
Damn, she has a tough fucking job because she has to lie for the president. Just so much pushback, her in general, throughout the presidency. She is ready to get the fuck out of there. His mental decline and seems to be dementia also.
Your mental focus is?
It's focused. I haven't. Look.
Let's get ready to bumble!
I think it's a right for people to have bad health care. True international effort to pressure. God, oh my Lord, I can't believe I said that. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. Wait. All men and women created by go. You know the thing. If it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway. We went for two reasons. One, to... Come on, man! The guy who runs that outfit over there. I've had a couple Washington. But the nature not. Representative Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here. What am I doing here? But Tucker, yeah.
I got hairy legs that turn, that.
Thank you for tolerance, for listening to me. I appreciate it very much. What?
I feel bad for the guy because he's just being ushered into this by his wife, Jill Biden, Hunter Biden. And this doesn't seem like he's really in control, but more the family is in control to push him to finish line. Racist remarks through his career in politics and stances that he was against, now he's for.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Hush up, boy.
We already have a mayor. We don't need any more big shots.
It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put y'all back in chains.
Do you support gay marriage?
No. Barack Obama nor I support redefining from a civil side what constitutes marriage. We do not support that.
Marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Personal comments he made about another White House hopeful, Senator Barack Obama.
I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook.
Mainstream media news outlets defending him, gaslighting and propagandize us citizens. Like, example, The View. Co-host Whoopi Goldberg admitted this week she would vote for Joe Biden regardless of his clearly deteriorating mental state, as long as it means keeping Donald Trump from retaking the White House. Saying, I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. I have a poopy days all the time. That's too much information, Whoopi. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Check this video out.
I'm just going to add my 2 cents because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and debated with Kamala Harris. And everybody wanted him to quit then, say you can't talk to women like this, or you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. He came back, said, you know what, I got it, and gave 4 years. So yeah, I have poopy days all the time. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not running the world, but I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff at some point. So I'm just simply saying, there are 2 debates. And if he can't do what he needs to do for the second debate, I'll join any crew that says get rid of him. But loyalty to me, if you are doing the job, I might not like everything you're doing. I don't like it all. But I'm going to stand behind you like those guys stand behind the guy who should have been the person people were talking about saying, yeah, Biden had a bad day, but this guy couldn't tell the truth if it split his lip. But nobody said that, but Anna said that, I believe, or something. She's not quite as colorful as I am. But the question now...
Give me a chance.
The question now is, because lots of Democrats are coming out saying, you know, oh, find somebody else. But when we tried to do that with DT, this is my new way of just describing him. When we said, listen, he shouldn't be on the ballot. Everybody said, no, no, no. The people chose him. We can't take him off the ballot. Well, I don't understand why anybody thinks it's going to be any easier to take Biden off the ballot.
I don't get that The View had Donald Trump way back, worshiped the guy, but now he's running for president, they're like bitch slapping him. With Biden, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm hearing things that the 25th Amendment states The vice president shall replace the president if they die in office or resign, or if members of the president's cabinet declare president unable to fulfill the duties of their office. So we'll see. We'll see where that's going to go. Kamala Harris is going to stand in. If Biden's going to take the rest of his presidency, Kamala Harris steps in. Who knows? Gavin Newsom might be vice president. There's a lot of things. He might be killed, assassinated. I see it in a way that he declares unable to fulfill the duties because of his mental decline, even though he's clearly lying about his mental acuity. He's 80, 90 years old. This guy cannot run for another 4 years. It's out of the question. And now people are just, he has to go. He has to go because at this point, he's going to lose to Donald Trump. No doubt about that. Even with Kamala Harris, she's gonna lose too. But we'll see because there's so much things that could happen, but no one really knows. We're just waiting for a couple more weeks to see if he does step down or something does happen. Be prepared for that. His numerous failures that people seem to forget or not pay attention for 3 years, but seem to come out of hiding because of an election. And all I hear with no substance, any common sense, or just spewing talking points from mainstream media: Donald Trump bad. Donald Trump bad. Here are some of Biden's failures in office. Biden's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan resulted in 13 military members dead, halting the construction of the border wall, day one ending a successful Remain in Mexico program, the depletion of our oil reserves and selling it to China, media covering up his mental decline and him lying about it, lied about his son's laptops, which reveals his ties to China and Ukraine, funneling millions to his family, closer to World War III, pushing China and Russia together, fear-mongering push during COVID. Do you guys forget about that? The compulsive lying till this day.